If you can handle criticism without getting defensive, stay calm during chaos, and bounce back from failure faster than others, you might be mentally stronger than 90% of people. But there are 7 specific signs that prove your mental strength, and most people don't even realize they have them. Stay until the end because sign number 7 will shock you. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Unyielding Light. I'm here to help you discover your hidden strengths and unlock your true potential. Today, we're talking about mental strength, not the fake positivity stuff you see everywhere, but real, tested mental toughness. Before we dive in, if this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and let's grow stronger together. Sign number 1. You don't need constant validation. The first sign you're mentally strong: you don't constantly seek approval from others. Most people post on social media and refresh every few minutes to check likes. They make decisions based on what others might think. But you know your worth isn't determined by external validation. This doesn't mean you don't care about others' opinions. It means you filter them through your own values first. You can take feedback without your self-esteem crashing. Personal example: I used to need everyone's approval for every decision. When I started this channel, I was terrified of negative comments. Now, I read feedback, take what's helpful, and let the rest go. That's mental strength. Sign number 2. You embrace discomfort. Sign number 2, you actually lean into uncomfortable situations instead of avoiding them. While others run from difficult conversations, challenging workouts, or scary opportunities, you understand something powerful. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. You don't enjoy pain, but you don't let discomfort control your decisions. You have that difficult conversation with your boss. You start that business, even though you're scared. You end toxic relationships, even though it hurts. Think about it. When was the last time you chose the harder path because you knew it was right? If you can think of recent examples, you're already stronger than most. Sign number 3. You control your emotional reactions. Here's a big one. You don't let your emotions control your actions. Someone cuts you off in traffic? You don't road rage. Your boss is having a bad day and takes it out on you? You don't explode or quit dramatically. You feel the emotion, acknowledge it, but choose your response. This isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about emotional regulation. You feel angry, sad, or frustrated, but you pause and think, how do I want to handle this? The weak-minded person reacts immediately. The mentally strong person responds thoughtfully. There's a huge difference between reacting and responding. Sign number 4. You learn from failure instead of being destroyed by it. Sign 4 is crucial. You see failure as data, not as a definition of who you are. When something doesn't work out, your first thought isn't, "I'm a failure." It's, "What can I learn from this?" You analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and try again. Most people let one business failure, one rejection, or one mistake define them forever. You use failure as fuel. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. I failed at 3 different online businesses before this channel started growing. Each failure taught me something crucial that I'm using now. That's the mentally strong mindset. Failure is education, not elimination. Sign number 5. You set boundaries without guilt. Number 5, you can say no without feeling guilty about it. This is huge. Mentally weak people say yes to everything because they're afraid of disappointing others. They overcommit, get overwhelmed, and then resent everyone. You understand that saying no to one thing means saying yes to something more important. You protect your time, energy, and mental space. You don't feel guilty for having standards and priorities. If someone gets upset because you won't do something that doesn't align with your values or goals, that's their problem, not yours. Your boundaries aren't suggestions, they're requirements. Sign number 6. You don't compare your journey to others. Sign 6. You've stopped playing the comparison game. You're not constantly checking what your high school classmates are doing on Facebook. You're not measuring your chapter 3 against someone else's chapter 20. You understand that everyone's timeline is different. This doesn't mean you don't get inspired by others' success. It means you don't let it make you feel inadequate about your own progress. You celebrate others without diminishing yourself. Social media makes this harder than ever, but mentally strong people curate their feeds intentionally. They follow accounts that inspire them, not ones that make them feel worse about themselves. Sign #7. You practice self-compassion. And here's the sign that surprises most people. You're kind to yourself when you mess up. This isn't about making excuses or lowering standards. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion you'd show a good friend who made a mistake. When you fail or fall short, you don't engage in brutal self-criticism. You acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and move forward. You understand that self-hatred isn't motivating, self-compassion is. Mentally weak people think they need to beat themselves up to improve. Mentally strong people know that progress comes from understanding, not punishment. They have high standards and high self-compassion. This might be the most important sign because it fuels all the others. When you're not your own worst enemy, you have more energy to handle everything else life throws at you. So there you have it, 7 signs you're mentally stronger than you think. Let me ask you this, which of these resonated most with you? Which one do you want to work on? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found value in this video, here's what I want you to do. First, subscribe if you haven't already. We're building a community of people committed to real growth, not fake motivation. Second, share this with someone who needs to hear it. And third, check out this video where I talk about how to develop unshakable confidence. It's the perfect companion to what we discussed today. Remember, mental strength isn't about being perfect. It's about being resilient, self-aware, and constantly growing. You're stronger than you think, and you're going to prove it to yourself every single day. I'll see you in the next video. Keep pushing forward.